As soon as you hear the music, we're live. 2, 1.
They say humans are social animals. They can't live alone. But you can live pretty well by yourself. I tell you, instead of feeling alone in a group, it's better to have real solitude all by yourself.
Here we go. Here we go. Once again, we are back twice in 1 week. You know what I mean? Might get a third one in this week. We don't know. This is, but thank you guys for coming to another healing session. I'm here, Dwayne Murphy Jr. Here. We're doing something a little different this week. James, before we get started, man to my left.
What's up, man?
My voice of reason, James Webb. I talked about this at the end of last week. You know, I talk a lot when we want to come here, and I know that I have a perspective. I think we all have one. I know I've been really getting on the fact that, you know, I want to feel heard. I know a lot more people want to feel heard, process and stuff like that. And actually, with this first guest is a person that really gave me the idea. Speaking with you and your husband, actually, gave me the idea to start opening it up for more people who have perspectives that aren't mine. I want to say some things, and you know, I'd like to listen. Need to, you know, we need to understand.
Yeah,
I think it's necessary.
Yeah. So with that being said, welcome to the show. Welcome, Ashley.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is really the way I wanted it to work. Was, you know, it's your show. You know what I mean? You got here. I'm sure you been feeling type of way. How was your day today? Let's just start there.
My day was nice. Very simple. Just went to the grocery store. Nothing special. It was nice to have a normal day, I guess. Feel normal.
Yeah.
You know,
a lot of
all the chaos and everything.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mask up. Are you mask up? Big masks.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah. That's. So
yeah.
many people. Yes.
I am going to be a mask person until there is something here to like make sure we will not get corona.
Oh yeah. I know. I don't know if you watched my last little recording. I had this whole rant about people not wearing these masks, man.
It's insane. It's not that big of a deal. Brush your teeth and put on a mask.
Get a pack of gum.
Yeah.
Something.
Get some gum on, exactly. Because I know we all don't like the mask breath, but
yeah.
It's okay.
Just recycling in your own head.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. People making problems that aren't problems anymore. Finding anything to be angry about when you don't really have as many issues. You don't want to admit that you have the privilege you do, while other people are suffering, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of it's interesting seeing how drastically different people's lives are because of that.
Yeah, and stuff like that. It's and the energy and how they've been reacting to it, or adapting to their new situation.
I was just talking earlier to Matthew. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Matthew. What's up, buddy?
We were talking about how the woman who painted over the Black Lives Matter with black paint, and how she's being charged with a hate crime, which is amazing.
Yeah,
that's beautiful to see that happen. But it's just like, I was telling him, like, people's anger is so strong that you literally woke up. You told people about how angry you are about this. You went to the paint store. You bought paint. And then you went to the location. And then you spent hours painting over it in in anger. Who's that angry for that long? Did you not get to the M and think, maybe I should stop?
She said I'm doing that.
The whole thing. I don't know how, like, it's across a whole street. I don't know how big it is, but, like, how long does that take? Yeah.
I know there was a point in that video, the baby laugh was when she looked at her husband and goes, baby, go get more paint.
Yeah.
I have more.
It's just, like, the dedication to, like, it's just
to paint over it, and it actually stood out more when they did an aerial shot. It stood out brighter than I was like.
It's just, oh my gosh.
that is a real. That was so funny. Yeah, it's another Karen.
Yeah, it is, and it's nice at times to have things to laugh out, like racist things to laugh at, but at the same time, the bigger issue is just people are insane.
Yeah. How do you feel so emboldened to
do that?
something like
Yeah.
that? You know, what I mean, what is I said something. I said it online about checking your heart. What is your belief system really rooted in?
Yeah.
That you feel, like you said,
That
dedicated.
You feel like you're being threatened. You're about to lose something. You have no idea that you're not losing anything. You're going to gain everything.
Yeah. Like
just accepting black people, people of color, anybody, everybody.
Yeah. What did somebody say? I was watching. I believe it was Shannon Sharp was saying we're not asking for, more rights. We're asking for the right.
Yeah, the same exact rights. And like, I don't remember who said it, but like, it is true. It's just like people are so lucky that black people and other marginalized people do not like literally just turn against white people.
Yeah, that's a real
because it's
we could.
Yeah, we could. We really could.
James, there's some weapons in here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different. When you put them swords in here, you
They're
never
on this corner by me.
Exactly.
Yeah, put them in the back.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But like, I think black people are so exhausted at this point. It's just like, can you just literally just give us a law or something?
Yeah.
Just
like
give us something.
One law.
It's just, and it's so much that has to be done, and it's funny because like I'm learning that I have to basically kind of like separate the way I take in information of all the everything that's happening, and like really categorize my days of like, am I going to process this today, or am I going to like take a self-care day and like really like learn how to like take care of myself better because of it.
Yeah.
Because it's so much every day.
Every day. And it starts.
And it's always been every day, but like now, white people see it, so they're posting it and they're like bringing everything to the forefront. I already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like you get more information, you get flooded with more information, and like the other day I literally said I wish there was like just a separate Facebook for me to like see a puppy. Remember that? Remember when we used to see puppies and stuff?
Memes?
Yeah.
All that stuff. Every meme was just fun. Now any meme is like, ooh, wait, is that?
Yeah.
The cops are back.
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't post that, it's like, well, are you over the movement?
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Yeah, you got to get one of those out a day, I think.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
So it's just it's been a balancing act,
You see things ever going like back to? I don't even know what back to normal really is. I think,
it's going to be a new normal. This isn't, and it's going to take a while for us to get into a new normal, because we do have to deal with hopefully getting Trump out of the White House and. Hopefully people vote in the right people.
Yeah, I think that's going to say
that's
a lot.
going to benefit us.
That's really like paying attention to voting. Even growing up, as not being able to vote, but being in the politics and stuff.
Yeah.
And like just knowing how important it is, but how little people realize how important it is.
Yeah, they do that on purpose. Everything's on purpose, like to make sure. Let's make politics seem boring, so people aren't interested in doing politics.
Yeah.
And then no one does it, and then everything starts like the people who want the power and then want to abuse the power are the ones who stay in control, because they trick you into thinking that it's not important to vote, it's not important to show up for causes, and like make it as hard as possible for you to just do your duty as an American. And it's just it's so annoying how much of a struggle every single thing is.
Yeah. It's like everything.
Everything.
It's everything.
It is everything.
I'm sorry. I tried not to attack James. I say that every week.
I'm gonna go get my phone charger.
No, it is like and I know this is something that I do speak on a lot, where we feel like this is the same thing we've been talking about for so long. And I know you brought up a little bit how, white people post more, and now all of a sudden it's nice to see that they have a certain level of anger and passion towards going in that right direction, and then, but yeah, like for me, when I'm sitting here saying, hey, I've been watching this happen over and over and over again, and I've been, like one time, we were talking about how we may have moved into the healing process, and I know that sat with me, just because like Not to say that I wanted to straight up deny it. I just wanted to be like, there are people that do feel like now we're starting to heal from this, and I'm like, like we are still in the middle of this.
We are still in the trauma of all of it. We're completely in the trauma. I'm not even sure if my future kids will even be out of the trauma of it, because like people don't even consider like when you treat people, when the way like black people have been like manipulated emotionally, physically, sexually, intellectually, every type of aspect like of their life, it like as generations go on, like that continues, that trauma goes with them, and you have to unlearn traumas. We don't even have a space to unlearn it yet.
We don't, because you still have to like that natural instinct of like, even like I talk about how I go out now, I go out for runs and try to be outside, and the fact that I feel like I have to justify the fact that I need to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a form of escape. And it's just, you're always finding an escape. And that was me going to the grocery store today. Like me feeling normal at the grocery store, putting my headphones in, like not looking at my phone at all, just going and getting what I need and then getting out.
I had a great moment at the grocery store yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was at my grocery store. They got to check your ID. And the guy was like,
they have to check your ID
for alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I
was like, wait.
Yeah, no, that's not. I really like that Tony's. They're great. It's a great supermarket. But no, they check your ID for alcohol, and so they always they yell for the guy because somebody has to check it. So they yell for the manager to come. And the other day, the guy with my mask on, the guy was like, "Hey, you're good."
How does that work right now? Do they make you like peekaboo?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like a little flash.
Yeah, just like flash me twice. So I know.
Once for it's like, don't cough. If you cough, I can't sell you anything.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm definitely not taking that cough. I'm not playing with that.
Well, that's so weird. How do you sell people alcohol?
Yeah, but no. So we go by it. But yeah, but to have that, just trying to feel that, maybe some normalcy in that, where I don't have to feel like I'm on guard.
Yeah.
You probably feel on guard.
Yeah, it's kind of strange too. It's just like you use one outlet to escape, but it's funny when you're black. It doesn't matter like what you're doing. It's really hard to even escape unless you're literally doing nothing. Actually, it doesn't matter. You could be in your house, and like there's no safe place.
You just be sitting there, you like just making some eggs.
Yeah,
the racism.
Like we live in a horror movie every day. It's like, when are the credits coming?
Like, oh my gosh, dude, like it is, man. Like, and I'm telling you, like, but the horror movie is made out of different circumstances.
Yeah.
So I like when I tell people that, that something like Get Out. When we talked about Get Out, I just use it as an example. Like when Get Out was classified as a comedy, basically by white people, and they were like, yeah, this looks like a funny little scenario, and I was like, you really don't get it. That's like real. Like that's not a game, dude. That is real.
That's real life. Or my favorite, when white people were dancing the This Is America, and they were making remixes for it. That was strange.
I was talking to one girl. She was just watching it. She was like, the imagery is just so like, she was like, it's beautiful. When she was watching like Donald Glover, like shooting up the choir. She was like, I love the powerful imagery. I was like,
do you know what's happening? Like, are you aware of what's happening?
She was like, look, the shirt. She's doing a little shoulder roll. Yeah, like but that perspective, I feel like maybe. And if you how you can touch on this if you want, maybe it's starting to align more, maybe starting to be understood more, in a sense. Do you feel that way?
I don't know. I'm in this, for me personally, I'm in this space as a black person where I'm trying not to think too hard about like where I think white people are when it comes to this.
That's fair.
I'm not keeping high hopes, but I'm also not like in a negative space, like they can't change at all.
Yeah.
I'm just in this consistent like middle ground, because I don't know what's going to happen when the world starts like going back to normal.
Yeah.
It's so easy to forget us.
Yeah.
So
once you get all you get all your toys back.
Yeah.
It's like
so it's just, and that's kind of where I'm at with it, and that's helping me in general, just not lose my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I try. I wish I could say the same, honestly, because I don't know, something about just being home and not knowing if things are gonna go back to normal that's been weighing on me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the race relations, you know, tied into it just make it be like, dang, you know, I'm more likely to not only catch this disease, but, you know, deal with, you know, the repercussions of just trying to live you know, in my area. Like, that's like,
it's another extra for us.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, that's why I'm playing Last of Us now. You know what I mean? I put all my trauma in this video game. That's it.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, but like, that's crazy. We have to find those escapes like that. It's kind of it's disheartening in a sense.
Yeah,
you know?
it's hard. I think one thing that's really hard is like, one thing I told myself when quarantine first started, I would start taking care of myself a lot better than I have been. And you don't really understand what you're doing when it comes to like self-care, especially as a Black person, until you start doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what self-care is until like you really start analyzing yourself.
Yeah.
As a whole, like every aspect of yourself, and like understanding what you need to change, not just cute stuff like I'm gonna put on a face mask. like really understanding like, have I been okay? Am I okay? Like, am I in a place I want to be? And if I'm not, am I okay with that? And if I'm not okay with that, like, why am I not okay with that? It's just so many questions you have to ask yourself and really like figure out.
Yeah, you should. Everybody should. I mean, because you want to make you across the board, you know, you want to be the best you possible, especially at a time where something outside of you could come in and, you know, tear you down. You don't want to already be in an unhealthy place.
Yeah. And then without quarantine, I don't know if I would have ever asked myself that. It's a blessing and a curse right now, but it's just like, there's so much to do for yourself right now. Yeah. If you know, can afford to. Like, I'm very lucky that I'm getting like full unemployment and everything. I know everybody doesn't have the opportunity to do that. Yeah. And some people still have to work and everything, but I am in a really good space where, you know, I can basically find a form of relaxing and chilling out and like asking hard questions and really try to get myself back in shape before everything does.
Now, how quickly would you say you came to a conclusion of like, I need to look into myself and ask these hard questions? Because I felt like, you know, as on a personal journey, there was a period where I was just, you know, just down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then finally came to that conclusion, like you said, like, I need to look in.
I think, to be honest, I think when everything happened with George Floyd, that kind of like clicked me because I was working on a lot of stuff personally for myself, but one of the biggest things I hadn't been working on is like my voice and the importance of my voice, and stop telling myself that it's not like I'm not important enough to like talk on podcasts. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. But like understanding that like the way I think, how I think is important. I think people should hear me, and I should stop falling to the back. Yeah. We all, none of us should. You know. And naturally, I am a quiet person, but I still want people to hear what I have to say when I say it. And I think being a Black woman, I get silenced so much that I've kind of developed this whole personality where I'm just a quiet girl in the back. But in reality, like, I'm quiet, but I still have a voice, and what I say needs to matter and needs to be acknowledged when I say it. Yeah. So. Yeah. And that's kind of, that happened with George Floyd, honestly. Yeah. Because I'm just like, I can't stand this anymore. I can't do this anymore. That's like that. I feel you. You said something about when we spoke at your house about, you know, feeling that you know, observe people first, you know, and like really get a feel for who they are. Yeah. You know, it's a safety mechanism for myself that I created. Right. So. And that's like, that's how she feels, people. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, it sucks to have to like move through life like that, to like try to figure out people before I get my feelings hurt. Right. And it keeps me from knowing people that maybe, you know, could have been my friend. Right. Because you just built this barrier. Yeah. And it's not necessarily my fault that I have to navigate that way. It's, you know, the way society has created everything for Black women, and marginalized people in general. Oh, yeah. But like, I don't want to keep moving like that. Right. It's just unfair to anybody has to like feel feel like that.
Yeah, that they just can't be,
Just be you.
Yes.
So I'm learning, you know, I'm growing.
Yeah. And we also, like I said, that's what we all are looking to do, and taking the time to do something like this is like important for most people. You don't always have to put it on a pod. You don't always have to make it on a podcast and do it live. You know what I'm saying? But even
as simple for me is just like just posting on Facebook so people know where my brain is. Yeah. Because like so many people know me as ANF Chicago, but they don't know it's me. Right. So there's been like when I first got to the scene and like my name started getting more recognized, people were straight up like ignoring me. Yeah. Like people, because they didn't know I was associated with ANF Chicago until they realized I was ANF Chicago. Okay. And so, it angered me a lot because it meant that I was only worth talking to because I provided service for somebody. Right. So I don't want to keep navigating my business that way. I want people to know I'm a black woman. I want people to know I'm a dope ass black woman. So sorry. It's okay. The body sometimes releases when you don't want to. I'm telling you, we be cleansing these spirits, baby. Spiritual cleaning.
That's what it is. That's what we do. That's why we come in.
But I want people to know who the fuck I am.
Yeah, they should. Can you tell me more about ANF Chicago? Cause I'm not familiar.
Okay, so I am a photographer in the Chicago scene. I've been doing photography. I'm now 30. I've been doing photography since I was 15 years old. Okay. I'm originally from Northwest Indiana. Ugh. No shout outs to Northwest Indiana whatsoever.
Nope. If you're watching, turn it off.
But I started my whole life out there and everything, and then I ended up progressing to Chicago because like I just couldn't get anything rolling. Mm-hmm. So I would say when I started considering myself more professional, like I just couldn't get any work in Indiana because people just want to hire white people. Yeah. And so, I got to Chicago by working at Laugh Factory. And I've been their graphic designer for, technically 5 years, I guess, almost 5 years now. And because of that, I was able to do photography as well as, my graphic design as well. And it kind of like started building a lot of traction because of that. And then here I am.
Here you are. And now you run your own business. And you've run your business now for how long?
7 or 8 years, I think.
7 or 8 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's good. Yeah, you should, and like I said, we should all take that time to, talk more and let our, talk about what we're proud of, you know what I mean? And what we, what holds really dear to our hearts and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's because I love what I do, man.
I'm sure you do, right? You sound like when you talked about it, you sound very passionate about it. And you need, like I'm saying, that's why you don't want to, if I'm hearing you correctly, if I'm listening, you don't want to keep sitting back here and feeling like you have to wait for them to want to come and see. You just want to show who you are. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of people that feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was part of what pushed. I mean, like I said, when I told you before, that was what pushed me to start just doing this part, just feeling like, man, I got so much I want to say. I don't even know what I want to say.
Yeah, but you want to say everything.
Yeah. So we should. Yeah, you know what I mean? We should. The mental health, man, that's a real. Yeah. Because it's not, you can't just leave it all in there.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta get it out. It's way more healthy for you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
What would you say are your plans? What would be your first plans for things going back to normal as we leave? You know what I mean? What would you want somebody to take away with where your journey is and like what your plans are for going forward, knowing that now you have this new invigoration, this new zeal, good word, zeal.
Write it down.
To put that out.
I guess my plan is it you're asking for myself or for other people?
Yeah, I guess for yourself, and I guess that's when I ask you for yourself. When people watching and they see what's going on, they can draw their own conclusions from it. So you're not necessarily telling other people, just saying where your journey is.
I think for me,
this question makes sense. It makes sense in my head.
It was a long question.
Yeah, it was.
I think for me personally, and it's something I've wanted to do, but I just wasn't in the proper place to do it, but like I do want to really start like pushing towards making my business where I work with majority people of color and marginalized people. Like I don't want to, no offense, like I'll take white people money still. Hey, look at the camera. But I want to be known as that safe space for people. I want to be known for that safe space for people. I want a black trans woman to go, I'm gonna go there and get my headshots. I'm gonna go there for whatever I need because I know I'm gonna get safe service for once. I can be myself in front of a camera and I don't have to worry about anything. Like I want to be that person. So
I like that. You should be that. You are that person.
I am that person.
You are that person.
Yeah. So
I'm really need more people to know. She here, baby, and in Chicago. Where can they find it? Where can they find it?
You can find me on Instagram. A&F Chicago is my business page. If you want to follow me personally, my Instagram is ashphoto.jpg.
Okay.
So.
And I always want, before we leave, I always open it up for comments and the thing. If anybody had been commenting anything they wanted.
People
to say.
just wanted to listen today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And that's what it's worked out. This worked out a lot better.
That's what I wanted as a black woman.
Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, right here. There we go. Bang. I always end with a little slogan or a little motto, but this was your journey. This was your ship today. So what would the last thing you would say to people before we leave, and then we'll just end it out, man. This is your sign off.
This is my sign off.
Yeah.
Never stop being creative and love yourself.
There you go. That's it, man. Won't add anything else to that, man. We'll just end there. Thank you for coming, Ashley. We really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody watching. And please, man, listen more. Listen to people. Take it all in. So have a good night, guys. That's how we feel. We're good.